Hello everybody, this is Kenneth Marks of the Ancestor Hunt. Today I'm going to be showing you the free historical newspaper collection from the province of Alberta in Canada. This is a terrific resource. It has almost 5 million articles and well over 100 pages that you can research again for free. So let's get started, shall we? The website is pllibrary.ualberta.ca/newspapers, brought to you by the University of Alberta, and it is a consortium of several sponsors. As you can see, this is the home page. It shows you, as here, 8 times 13 rows plus another couple. That gives you well over 100 newspapers that you can search from the years 1871 to 2013. You can select the town or city and enter keywords here on the first page if you want to do a simple search. Let's go to one of these boxes here and show you what that has for you. If you click on one of the newspapers, it will show you the information about the newspaper itself and the available years. In this case, where it is grayed out, there is no newspaper volumes available, but where it is highlighted here in blue, there are several newspapers that are available, and it shows you, once you click on it, the actual dates that you can browse through. So let's go back to the home page. So if you want to browse, you can do it that way. If you want to search simply, you can pick the years and the town or city and a keyword. I prefer to use the advanced search myself. And in this, on the left, you can see all of the names of the newspapers. You enter the keywords here and hit go, but we'll show you all of the options first. You can select all by hitting the check all box. Select an individual or multiple if you like. I prefer to do the check all myself. You can enter the publication year or a date range. For example, here is 1945 space the letters TO space and then the end year. You have a choice of any language, or English or French. The results can be sorted by relevance, or oldest to newest date, or newest to oldest date. There are 3 types of items: articles, advertisements, and pictures. You can select one or multiple ones or all of them. And they even have another option which is quite nice, and that is you can choose the size of the results of articles that are selected by their size. So if you only want extra large articles or just small articles, you can do that. Or if you want to choose all of them to see what comes up, you can certainly do that. Over on the right, we have a list of all the newspapers, and you can browse through them as I showed you before. But let's do a search here, and what we do in the search box is enter the search term. In this case, I am looking for a surname called Wimster, and let's hit go. And up comes the results. It's quite simple. You can see here the hit list has 21 total results, and it gives you the name and date and page number of the resulting newspaper and the date of the publication of that article, plus a small snippet of the article itself. And we'll scroll down here and you can see the rest of them. You can indeed refine a search if you like, and that's over on the right. So I could search within these results for another search term. I can change my sort options from relevance to ascending or descending date, as I spoke before. I can choose the years of publication, and it shows you here, for example, there are 2 hits between 1881 and 1885, 4 hits between 1931 and 1935, for example. So I can refine that if I like. If I've got hundreds of hits as a result of my search, I can optimize the language. In this case, there were 18 English hits and 2 French. In this case, I'll just leave it alone, but I could choose one of those if I would like. And it actually shows the newspapers where the hits came from. So if I was sure that one that I was searching for was, for example, the Edmonton Bulletin, I would select that, and it would, let's do that real quick, and it would just show me the results from the Edmonton Bulletin. In this case, I want to go back and show you all the results again. Here we go. And let's pick one to see what it looks like when it is displayed. Here is the article for Gene Wimster, the person that I'm interested in. And as you can see, it highlights in red the search term itself. And this is the entire article. It shows you some more of another article that is unrelated to this one, but that's okay. So let's say we want to save that. We can do it one of three ways. Two of the ways I do not find personally quite satisfactory, but I'll show them to you anyway. First of all, we can right click and do a save image as, and it saves it as a portable network graphics image. I would obviously change the name, but let's just save it there on my desktop, and let's see what it looks like once I have saved it. Interestingly enough, you can see that it chops out part of the article. Well, that's not what I want. I certainly want the entire article, so let's not opt for that particular choice. The other option is to use my snippet tool, and what we can do there is just select the article itself, and I can do a file save as, but as you can see, the highlighted search terms are in red. Well, I really don't like to have those highlights in the article that I am saving, because it just doesn't look as nice as the article without the red highlights. So I'm not going to choose that option. So the first two options I don't care for. But we have a third one, and that is really quite simple. That is up here at the top under printable version. You just click on that, and there's the article without the highlights. Again, I do not want to do the save image as in portable network graphics format, because it will chop out part of the article. So my last remaining choice here is to actually use my snipping tool and save the article that way. And I would save as, in this case I would change the name. It saves it as a JPEG file, which is certainly satisfactory for saving the article. So I'm not going to save that right now, but that is what you do. And so that is the third option. It's clean, it gets the entire article, and it does not have the red highlights. And there is a fourth option, that you can use, and that is you can click over here on the right of the entire image, and you can look at the entire page if you'd like. I prefer not to do that because, again, it chops it into articles. If I click on this, up comes the article again. It's just another way to get to the article, but there is no way to save the entire page. So let us refresh. If we right click, we can save image as. It saves as a PNG file, which chops out part of the article. You can have the article, as I showed you before, with the highlights. Again, not my preference. The way to do it is use the printable version, use your snipping tool, use your snipping tool, and actually chop out and crop the article the way you want it. That is all there is to it. It is really simple to use. It's pretty fast too. I like that. And what we'll do is let's go back to the newspaper main page. Again, I use advanced search, but you can use the simple search here at the top. You can browse by selecting an individual newspaper. It'll show you what the dates are. I think this is just a terrific newspaper research resource for those of you who have relatives or ancestors in the province of Alberta. I highly encourage you to give it a try. It is really easy to use. It is really fast. They've done a very nice job of making this easy for people to get the articles that they want. All you need to do, just to remind you, is to make sure that you save it in the format that you like, with the entire article without the red highlights and with the article in black and white as I showed you. Thank you very much. This is Kenneth Marks of the Ancestor Hunt. Thank you so much for listening, and happy hunting.